I didn't understand that at the time. So everything that all of the questions and things that I had back then, I have the answers to now. So be patient, you guys, as far as the journey. Some of the questions you have, they won't get answered right away, but after trust, when he says trust me, you'll understand later, because I would always hear that, and I would be like, okay, we'll see, you know what I mean? But now I truly do understand. Like, you do understand later, right? Okay, so let me move forward. He just wanted me to go over, the beginning of the journey and where I've come to now. So he also brought up Meshach, the story about Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. Don't come for me if I said the names completely, like if I didn't say the names correctly. He brought up that story about them going into the fire, right? Now, how he's explaining it to me is, did they have doubts when they went into that fire? Yes. Did they have a little fear? Of course. Or even a lot of fear? Of course. Any person would, right? But what they did know is that God was with them. And that we hear a lot of people say, God with me, God got my back, or whatever. But when it's time to go in that fire, do you really would you step out on faith knowing that? Because we can say a lot of things, but our actions need to match with those things. So at this time, this is what they had to prove. Did they really, and this is to show to other people who they're trying to show, like, okay, my God is powerful. My God is the one true and living God. Okay, you're living by example. So if you're telling people that God has my back, God is protecting me, right? And it's time to go in that fire, and now you scared. Now they looking at you questionable. Because do you believe the very things that you are telling us? Okay? So Meshach and them had a decision to make. Were they going to be too scared and beg for their life to walk into, beg for their life and not walk into that fire? Or were they going to be bold and courageous enough to walk into that fire knowing that the God that they serve would protect them? And what they did learn when they went into that fire, whatever doubts and fears they had when they went in that fire, when they came out of that fire, they had zero doubts. They had no doubts whatsoever that the God that they serve was powerful, that the God that they serve was with them, that the God that they serve was walking with them. And he said they would not get burned, and they in fact did not. So this is what the enemy is trying to stop you from getting to. He wants you to be so fearful that you don't walk into that fire and learn that the God that you serve is powerful. Okay, the God that you serve is walking with you, and that he will protect you. You will not be harmed. Okay. And because the God that you serve is powerful, and that powerful God walks with you, you're powerful. That is what the enemy is trying to basically stop you from seeing. Because once you get to that point, you are not going to believe a word that the enemy is saying to you. You're not going to suck in any of, you're going to be like, you ain't talking about nothing. And that's the point. Because that's where I really be at. I'll be on my Kendrick Lamar, like, they ain't talking about nothing. And you really, at this point in this day and age, need to kind of be on that in that space, because people in this world are so overly judgmental, overly critical of people, as if they are perfect. And you're going to have a lot of people, that even some people that may see that anointing on you, and you already battling your own things, like the things you feel about yourself, but they see you in a different way. They see you in this high light. And they don't even understand that a lot of the people who carry these anointings are going through a lot of things. We may not look like it because God has built us a certain type of way, but we're going through things too. So they may see you in this place like, oh, this person is always positive. This person ain't never going through nothing, because they're always, when they don't know that you going through whole spiritual battles every single day of your life. You getting woke up in the middle of the night every day. You going through nightmares. You just don't carry the enemy's intentions. Pay attention. So be encouraged today. Like this video, share this video with someone who needs encouragement, and comment, I will live in my intentions. May God continue to bless you and pour into you a love that is healing, encouraging, and empowering. Until next time.